Hello, I would like to welcome you to the analysis of a poem by Robert Frost, which is called Mending. It's a very beautiful poem and it can be interpreted at various levels. Robert Frost says that there is something in nature itself that doesn't love a wall. This poem is very relevant today at this particular point of time because of walls people build around themselves, either to shut themselves in or to prevent others from reaching them. Robert Frost is an American poet and he is well known for all his poems. The Mending Wall is a very enlightening poem and it begins this way. There is something that doesn't love a wall. It is nature's way of letting this know by sending the frozen ground swell under it. And because of the ground which swells under the wall, the upper boulders or the rocks that make up the wall are pushed down and huge gaps are made where even two people can pass at the same time. The work of hunters is another aspect that brings down the wall. So these hunters never leave one stone on a stone and they bring all the rabbits which are hiding in between the stone wall outside to please the barking dogs. But nobody has ever seen the gaps being made. The farmers, on the other hand, find them at spring when they mend their walls. He lets his neighbor who lives beyond the hill know about his mending, and they meet on a particular day to walk the line and bring back the wall into one piece again. They keep the wall perfect between them as they go and repair it between themselves. Each replaces the stones that have fallen on his side. Some stones are as big as loaves and some like huge balls. So they almost have to make a magic spell to make them balance. And tell them, stay where you are until our backs are turned at least. Their fingers become numb with handling these rough stones. Even though Frost imagines that it could be a kind of an outdoor game, one on each side, it comes to a little more. Robert Frost thinks that this is a place where they don't need the wall at all. His neighbor has all pines and while he has orchards. He wonders that his apple trees will never go through his neighbor's pine orchard. He tells him the same. But his neighbor's remark, the trite remark is, good fences make good neighbors. Robert Frost wonders if he could put the notion on his head or make him understand. Why do you think they make good neighbors? Isn't there where there are cows? If there are cows, probably they would go across from one farm to the other. But here there are no cows. Finally, Robert Frost speculates that Before he built a wall, he would like to know what he was walling in or walling out, and to whom he was likely to give offense. There is something in him again that doesn't love a wall, that wants to bring it down. He could say. He could say that the elves brought down the walls, but he would prefer that his neighbor would say it for himself. He could see his neighbor balancing the boulder firmly by the top in each hand, like an old stone savage. He believes in walls. Robert Frost thinks that he moves in darkness. He doesn't like the light. Not of the woods only and the shade of the trees. He can never move beyond his father's saying, and he pretends to have thought of it for himself. His neighbor always says, good fences make good neighbors. Thank you for listening to me. Have a great day.